not going to punish those people that have never heard. Because you've got to hear in order to have Iman. You've got to hear to have faith.
And brother, even those who make that statement, like, I don't believe in God, you never know at what point, maybe at age 60, 70, maybe on their deathbed they believe. So we can never judge anybody.
Absolutely. And this happens very often. So the best thing is, instead of looking at other people's life, instead of taking the toothpick out of their eye, take the telephone pole out of yours. If we will focus on our own issues and clean our own hearts up and purify ourselves so that when we return ourselves to Allah, we are in that state that we came out of our mother's womb, Allahu Akbar, we will be in good stead. But if we return ourselves to Allah with anger and malice and jealousy and envy and racism, then oh, may Allah help us. We have to purify our hearts. We have to go back to Allah in that state which He birthed us. Pure and innocent.
Just with the ISIS going on now, so some of my non-Muslim friends have said that they've gone to certain meetings, and those people, the Muslims there, said that they can't declare that the ISIS folks aren't Muslims. You know, they don't run. You know, I don't think they explained though this is why. So they came back and they would say, well, so and so supports ISIS. They say they are Muslim and they are da da da. And then you have to go back and say, well, this is why they can't say they're not Muslim. We're not ones to judge that. I think that's important that that has to be taught to the non-Muslims as well when you're preaching against ISIS actions.
A Muslim believes this. Allah said that a life that without just cause, which is capital punishment, which is for murder or treason, that to save a life is like saving all mankind. That's 7 billion people. To take a life without just cause is like killing 7 billion people. These people may claim to be Muslim, but they are also murderers. And that's what we need to say loud and clear. They are absolutely murderers, and they are representing misunderstanding of Islam. Their understanding of Islam is flawed. And therefore we cannot condone what they're doing. What they're doing is wrong, and we must condemn it.
They're not Muslims.
Yeah. Well, I don't know whether they're Muslim because they're Muslims that died with alcohol in their breath. I can't make that call. I can say they are misled and they are not practicing Islam. I don't know. Because you see, maybe they might not even be responsible because they've been brainwashed. Allahu Alam. The best thing is for you to stay out of the judgment department. Who is the judge?
Allah.
Allah. Leave the judgment to Allah. Stay away from that. How many of you like to be judged? The policy in Islam is no judgment. That's Allah's department. I don't have a right to judge anyone. Nobody. If anyone can show me a verse in the Quran that says I have a right to judge somebody, bring it to me because I'm ignorant and I need you to help me. I have no right to judge. But I have a right to love you. Because the Quran, the Hadith says that when I see my brother, I'm supposed to say, I love you for the sake of Allah. And I'm going to say this wrong. And yuhibbu fi sabilillah. I said it right?
Yes.
Allahu Akbar. I love you for the sake of Allah. And then my brother Tafsir will say to me, may he who has caused you to love me, love us more. This is a religion of love. When we greet each other, we're supposed to tell each other, I love you. When is the last time that somebody told you, I love you for the sake of Allah? Not just now because I just told you. Before I told you. Now I want everybody in this room to turn to your person on the right and say, I love you for the sake of Allah. And I want you to turn to your left and say, I love you for the sake of Allah. And I want you to say, may He, Allah, who has caused you to love me, love us more. The greatest love that a man or a woman can have in this world is to love for the sake of Allah and Allah alone. This is part of Tawheed. Because we only love what Allah loves and we hate what Allah hates. And Allah hates murder. And that's what we say when we're in these meetings. Allah hates what these people are doing, whatever they are. Yes, brother.
love you for the sake of Allah, but we be excused for prayer.
Yes, prayers at 1 o'clock at the masjid. Yes, we can always be excused for prayer. I love you all for the sake of Allah. Same place next week, inshallah, same time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.